What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, man, we got another update for you, man, right now regarding Conor McSniff or Conor McCoker. Man, this guy, I don't know. You make all this money, yeah? Listen, no one's knocking him. You make a bunch of money. You want to do a bunch of chang, put a bunch of chang up your nose. You want to hang out in Magaluf with tutu brass. Okay. But it's the violence for me. He's got another... He punched up some old man. The man took it well. And even this cat here, this dude look about 14 years old. There's some 14-year-old Spanish Donny who snuck into the club. And McTapper hits him with a two-piece and don't even drop him. A two-piece sucker punch. And the guy's like... He stumbles a bit. He looked white girl wasted anyway. Yeah, he off the liquor. He off the moody Spanish liquor anyway. He's drunk. Probably geeked as well. He looks to me a bit like this. He's like this. He's tweaking. So McTapper gets off a two-piece sucker punch on a 14-year-old Spanito tweaker and barely rattles him. It's shocking. I don't know why. Anyway, let's play the footage. I'm trying to think. How can I play it? I'll make it big for you, man, but I can't play the video. I'll just do the frame by frame. That's what I'm fixing to do for you, man, right now. For sure. There's no doubt about it. Okay, it's some moody footage. It's like the UFO footage, man. You can't see nothing in there. It's all fake. But this is real, this one here. Where is it? Where is McSniff? Let's find McSniff. There's McSniff. You can tell he's always rolling his shoulders forward, isn't he? He's like, he's turning into a bit of a gremlin. I've noticed that. He's turning into a bit of a Chang gremlin. He spends too much of his time hunched over a table, putting God knows what up his nose. So his shoulders are rolled forward. Anyway, you should be able to just about make out on this leaked moody UAP footage. Wait a minute, they zoom in a sec. There should be a zoomed in version. Here's the zoomed in version. Here's the leak for you, man, for sure. There's no doubt about it. Has he clapped him already? Let's have a look. No. There's McSniff there. McSniff's here. He's got the white drawers on. The white pants. And where's the Donny? This is a Donny here. You can't really see it again. The footage moody, for sure. Look, this guy look geeked. There's a dude there, Donny. I'm sure it's that Donny there. Watch. This dude here. He two-stepping. This cat here. Look, you see that? He's just bopping a two-step. There's nothing could have been said there. The guy ain't on beef. He's probably a McTapper fan. You can just about make his head out there. Look. He's two-stepping. McSniff's leaned in. He's two-stepping. Clap. And you see the guy there, he's still standing. And then claps him again. And he kind of stumbles away. He doesn't drop like a sack of potatoes. That's what doesn't happen. So McTapper can't punch. End of the day. He gets off two sucker punches on some 14-year-old Spanito. Yeah. What's that Spanish word for child? Mijo, yeah? He gets off on some 14-year-old tweaking mijo and you can't drop him. Look, watch. There's one. The guy's still standing. There's two. The guy stumbles. You don't drop though. You can see his feet. Focus on this area of the video now quickly. You don't drop him. Watch. There's one piece. Is that the second piece? He stumbles. End of the day. McSniff can't punch. McSniff, yeah, he got the aerial advantage. He's got the air superiority. He's standing on some ledge because he's probably a lot. I noticed this year. I went to a fight thing. What was it? It was KSI and Logan Paul. No, it was KSI and Tommy. I went to that thing, yeah, and I met Chisora. I didn't meet him. He wouldn't know me necessarily, but I saw Chisora. Chisora's not more than 6 foot tall, to tell the truth. A lot of these fighting man, yeah, they're not as big as you think they are. I'm trying to think. That's the only one I've really met. They're not as big as you think they are. End of the day, a lot of it's pumped up and fake. Tell the truth. So McSniffy, if you met him, he's probably 5'4". He's got that gremlin. What's that Irish one's called? What are them Irish Donnies called that post up at the end of rainbows? I have to look it up now. What waits at the end of rainbows in Ireland? Let's have a look. It's not a gremlin. It's something. Yeah. Something it's like an Irish gremlin, apparently. Pot of gold. Who's it guarded? Pot of gold. Leprechaun. I think McSniff is on a leprechaun. Yeah? He like an angry old... You know the leprechaun who's been probably servicing rainbows for like a few centuries, and he's like, I'm sick of doing this. I'm sick of sitting here and gifting out bags of gold to the masses. Yeah, a weathered gremlin leprechaun. That's what McSniff reminds me of. What's he got to be? Listen, if I was in his position, floating around the world, Tutu Chang, Primo Chang at that, Tutu Brass, Tutu Broads, Primo Broads at that. What's he mad about? What's he angry? What is he slapping dudes for? I don't get that. But it's crazy how he fell off. Back in the day, I used to look up to McSniff. He had quite deep philosophical bars. He seemed quite based. And now, what's that thing where it says, you live long enough to become the villain? But he's just an idiot. That's the bottom line. He just does things that don't need to be done. Yeah? I'm trying to think. Yeah, Tyson Fury's not as bad as McSniff. He's not as bad as the moody leprechaun. I think the worst Tyson Fury has done is kick a cab when he's drunk, but I think most people have probably done that at some point or other. I don't know what he's always jumping up at the BKFC, trying to get in the mix. He's now LARPing like he's hard. The best he can do now is punch up Mijos and put Chang up his nose. That's the only thing he finds fulfilling now. He got opportunity to get back in the cage. He don't want to fight for real. He likes sucker punching old dudes and or young dudes. Yeah? If you're below 15 years old, if you're over 65, Conor McGregor will give you a two-piece sucker punch. Outside of that though, when have you seen him squabble with someone his own size? And in theory, he should be quite good at it. In theory, he should be able to slap big dudes too, but you never see him slapping no big dudes. Why is that? Yeah? This cat here, to me, looks like a fan. So I'll play it one more time. There's McSniff. Where's McSniff? Where's he gone? See, you can't really see it, but there's McSniff. McSniff leans in. Has he got a vape? I think that dude's sucking on a vape as well, maybe a drink. Is it possible he said something? Did he say, why are you... Hey, McSniff, why are you graping those big beach whales? Which is what's been alleged. It's been alleged McGregor likes the beach whales. I don't think he did it, but then again, look at the way he acts. I think she's probably down for it though, to be fair. I think she's probably down for it. He probably weren't treating her the best. Seen how he treats Joe Public, he probably didn't treat her the best, but I do think she's gagging for it, to be fair. If you're gagging for something, if you're gagging for the willy, yeah, from a celebrity you never met before, and it's a bit like, to be fair, there's some lessons to be learnt here from Miho. Yeah, Mr. 140 pounds soaking wet, 4 foot tall. Mr. Miho, don't listen, these celebrities, yeah. The celebrityification of the world is gay. I hate to break it to you, man. Honestly, if I saw McSniff, me and him could only talk about what bills he's going to pay of mine. If he ain't paying my bills, I'm not really interested in going up to him and saying what? Yeah? I'll go up to him and say, listen, man, I've got rent due on the 31st. I've got my car needs a service. That's the kind of conversation me and McSniff would have. And any celebrity, to be fair, I'm not really interested. Right? Because what are they good for me for? What? Get a picture with a celebrity? To do what with? Yeah? My bills is due. That's what needs to get covered. I don't need no picture, man. Yeah? I need emancipation. That's what I need. I need emancipation from my shekel billage that comes around every month on the month. Those are the conversations me and the celebrity class got to be having. At the end of the day, man. Redistribution of wealth. To the bottom feeders, to the floor moppers like the YB, to the jobbers like the YB. Yeah? But I'm not saying that Miho, the guy who got clapped with a two-piece, it's not even, listen, if you're naive, if you're involved into the, if you're kind of still, if your eyes go glazed when you see a celebrity, that's not necessarily his fault. His head's been cooked. Yeah? The Kabbalah been on his ass since he was 10 years old. Since he was 5 years old, maybe even before that, they got the TV out there. I remember when I was little, you'd watch TV and there'd be these presenters and you'd be like, metaphorically wanking off over them. Oh, I'd love to meet him. Well, meet him for what, man? Yeah, and no doubt if you did meet him, how many people do you think couldn't wait to meet Jimmy Savile? Oops, that's dread. That's a wicked situation the man was in. But they couldn't wait to see Jimmy until he pulled out the barsh on their ass and it was a wrap. Scarred. It's not right, folks. But yeah, none of us are shocked. It's not even breaking news. To tell the truth, the timeline's dead. To tell the actual truth, I didn't even really want to cover this. That's the honest truth here. I didn't want to cover this at all. It's a bit dead. We've seen it time and time again. McSniff, he bugging. Okay, we get it. There's nothing else to see here. It does make you beg the question, though. If me or you went around clapping dudes, no diddy. If we went around just clapping dudes, can you do that these days? Or is it a celebrity thing? I don't know. I'm not sure what the... Can you get sentenced for assault? I'd like to think so. I'm not so too sure in these estrogenic times. But this thing here shouldn't be right. Yeah? Even if that... I don't think that guy was saying nothing. He didn't seem to me like he was pulling up on McTapper with some greasy bars. Right? He looked moist. He looked to me like he was... Oh, can I get a picture? Yeah? He was trying to get on the tour bus. That's how he looked to me. Miho looked like he was fixing to get on the tour bus. Hey, Conor, you got any spare seats? I want to hop on the bus. I want to be part of the team. I'm down with the team. Yeah? And McSniff claps him. Where's the... And even if... Okay, let's say he said something bad. Are you allowed to do that? If someone says something bad to you, you're allowed to just clap them in their mouth. Twice. Or not. And I wouldn't mind, okay, let's say one thing goes wrong for McSniff. Then again, though, thinking about it now in America, when McSniff threw that dolly at Habib's car, he had to do a few months of community service, I believe it was. So really, the judicial services should investigate this guy and look at his behaviour as a whole. Yeah? Because Joe Public, and even if Joe Public could operate like this, it's not right. End of the day, you're not a mob boss. Yeah? And even the mob bosses, that you should have a certain level of respect for the masses at the end of the day. Or just respecting, not even respect, just keep your hands to yourself, man. And what a lot of these, man, that's what I don't rate, yeah. A lot of these gangster, man, when the filth turn up, when it's their day, and look, most of these gangster, man, McSniff included, if the filth turn up, yeah, they turn all political. Oh, I got no comment. Why don't you clap the filth up as well then? Right? That's what I'm saying. If you're really gangster and you're clapping up all these Joe Blows in the club, when the filth comes to take your freedom away, and McTapper's he's not a big gangster like that, but the way he carries on, you best believe, let's say McSniff did get arrested, he's not doing nothing, he's cucked. So he's not that hard. Someone hard, I remember years ago, I think I told this story, but there was one dude, and he was a madhead anyway, proper madhead. I've got his name now, old head as well, he's probably 50 years old. And where I'm from, yeah, in Northampton, he was known to be a madhead. I think he was involved in the supply and distribution of Class A's. Anyway, he goes out one night, gets pissed, yeah, and just starts kicking off on this street called Bridge Street. Bridge Street is where it used to, that's where all the clubs would be. He starts kicking off and just acting buck wild. I think he got thrown out of a club. Anyway, the filth come towards him and he starts clapping up a few of them. I might have to try and find that, you know. I should find that video. But the point is, yeah, at least that guy, you can say he just on it. It's not right necessarily, but at least he giving it out. Yeah, he's democratizing the whooping. Anyone can get it. With someone like that, you can just say, okay, he's buck wild. But I don't like these political men here. Yeah, who got all the smoke. But if the filth turned up, McTapper would keep his hands to himself. So he ain't that hard. He's not just lost his head. If you can keep your cool, yeah, when you've got two law enforcement plumbers in front of you, if you can be super calm, that tells me that you just think you can violate people with no power. And that's what we see here with McSniff. Because McSniff, listen, let me show you McSniff right now. Let me show you McSniff. This is what McSniff was on when the filth turned up. Let's have a look at this one here. Conor McSniffer arrested. Look at this guy here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Here we go. Look, he ain't saying nothing, man. Why don't he clap these man up? Because these cats here are fixing it in some form or fashion to take his freedom. Let's have a look at this guy. Let's see what this guy did. Because he must be hard. Because he can clap up 14-year-olds and clap up old dudes, right? So he must have, when the filth turned up to take his freedom away, he must have been on something. Oops. He sat there. Yes, sir, no, sir. That's what, look at him, hand behind his back looking ass. That's what I don't rate, man. Unless you're on it, like that dude from Bridge Street 20 years ago who just wanted to smoke. Anyone could get it. Unless you're on that, just play your position, man. Because you're not a gangster like that. You're not. Yeah? You're a bully. You like, ooh, what's that? I think I can get off on this 14-year-old dude asking for a picture. Bosh, I'm hard. I'm standing at the top of the VIP stage like my cock is 20 foot long. On flop. Do you understand? So yeah, get Muck Sniff out of here. I think this world anyway, I think this world is well, I'm not trying to talk down on all the world, I'm sure there's, but the top of it, all the top dudes, they're just weirdos in the main. It goes to their head and they just, McTapper seemed alright, didn't he? He was, 50 G's, baby. Talking about how he's signing on. He was one of us. He was just like the YB, right? The Irish YB, bottom feeder. And then you turn into the very thing that 20 years ago or 10 years ago, McSniff he'd have never been that guy. He was kind of the happy-go-lucky dude who everyone was happy for, that he was on a run. So how is it when you got, and that's what they say. They say when you visit countries that are less well developed, they say that their attitude's actually better towards life. Yeah, they got not a pot to piss in, but in general they're happier. This dude, he's got it all and he's miserable. If it was me, I'd be buzzing. If I was McSniff, yeah, never mind to clap, I'd be handing out a gear here, I'd be handing out a brass there. Everyone can enjoy it. Let's all hop on the party train. Oi, oi. Do you know what I mean? That's what you think he'd be spreading love. Why is he clapping? Is it possible the dude said something to him? Hey, you're a dirty strong arm weapon for the women. It's possible. And if he said that, does McSniff deserve to clap him? Maybe. It's possible. But I think McSniff more likely. And I've had it before when I'm tweaking. I had it one time, yeah, I was out and I was tweaking hard after Dizzle, yeah. And some guy was talking to me and he sounded like a Jippo. I couldn't understand what he was saying. And it's one of my friends. He don't speak Jippo like that. He doesn't speak, oh, I'll fight you for your show. But that's how it was coming across, because the Dizzle had man tweaking like you wouldn't believe. Everyone sounded like a Jippo. Out of nowhere. So it could be the case, yeah, that McSniff was tweaking hard and he heard some mad thing from the realm, yeah, from the other realm. And he heard some mad thing in his ear and he's thinking he's saying someone else. And sometimes you can, even if you smoke weed, I don't smoke weed, but people who smoke weed, I've tried it once, I didn't like it, I bugged out hard. I started thinking people was watching me and shit. It sent me wiggy, I didn't like it, but substances can wig you out. And if McSniff, yeah, he's apparently bang on it. If you're bang on it, I'm not talking recreational like once a week or whatever, or every now and then. If you're bang on it, which a lot of these celebrity men are known to do, i.e. literally, they're on it all the minute they wake up to the minute they go sleep, it causes psychosis and other neurological, mental disorders. So it could be that he's just turned into a leprechaun gremlin, right? And he's just paranoid. And we saw that there's a film, or there's a well-documented case study. Who was it? The Essex Boys. You got Pat Tate and the other dude, and I've only watched the film, but you've heard the stories. They're all kind of just reared up and everything's got to be a problem kind of thing. That's how McSniff's going to me. He's giving me them type of vibes, to be honest. Absolutely coked out of his mind. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Yep.